Hey, what's going on, everybody? Your boy DJ City Manos. Let's talk about this little thump go. I got some feedback during the gig. I got some feedback, good, positive, and good, and one negative. And the negative is not really negative. It's more of it's more to me is like, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. So basically, they couldn't hear the announcements coming out of the speaker, and I'm gonna explain what happened. So they keep on telling me, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. And what I should have done, well, I should have set up my equipment a little bit more better. And I'm going to explain everything. So first, let's talk about the layout. So here goes the layout. Here was where your boy DJ City Mano was set up right there. And they had the dance floor right there. And they even put right there cake. They didn't have no cake there. What they had there, they had where they're supposed to take pictures at. And I was supposed to actually be right there, set up right there. And, oh, no. They told me where the bar is at. I was going to set up right there. And then next thing you know, when I got there, they said, oh, we had a change of plans. We're going to be over there now. And I said, okay, no problem. And then when I was talking with them, I made the schedule and I met them. And I actually wanted to set up right there where the cake was. And I told them the reason why, because there's going to be people outside. I told them they won't be able to hear my speakers. And my idea was to put a speaker kind of close by the garage door so they could hear it out there. And so that's the reason why I got the thump, because I already knew what they were going to do. So I was going to put a thump out there somewhere so they could hear, But next thing you know, they put me more deeper in there. And I was like, dope. I wasn't planning on that. So I said, oh, well, the thump, I walk with the thump. I had the thump and I had my transmitter and I'm walking out in the yard and I'm walking until I started losing the connection and I backed up a little. And that's okay. It's going to be right there. That's where I placed it at. I said, okay, no interference. You could hear it. Because that's what I was doing with the thump. I was walking around and see how far I could go before I start dropping. So that's where I placed my thump. I put it right next to that tree. And it was fine. But they keep on telling me they couldn't hear. They couldn't hear the announcement. Of course, it's a small speaker, right? They couldn't hear. So here's what I should have done. I had my stuff set up like this. I had this at right here like this. I had this blasting, and here's my sub. What I should have done, I should have removed my sub, turned off my sub, because I was getting a lot of feedback anyways, and I turned off my sub. So I should have put my thump on this line instead. And then this way I could turn it up or down. When they say you can't hear, I should have turned it up. But when they say I can't hear, I'll turn this up. Well, it was already up. I would turn up the mic louder. And in the garage, it was really loud. In the garage, it was super loud. Because I had these speakers in there, right? But they couldn't hear out there. So I went outside and turned this up. And I turned this up to, let me see, where's the volume at? Basically, I had this at max. And I had this right here. And it still was saying they couldn't hear. So here's what I should have done when I first got there. I should have done this. I should have turned this up into a peak, which I'd never done. I never did that. But I should have turned that up into a peak. And then when it started peaking, I should have backed it up a little. And then I should have adjusted all my speakers with the volume until they start peaking, right? But since I'm already used to having this right here, and I know when it starts peaking, like when I have it right here, and like this, it doesn't peak. But if I start turning it up like this, then it starts peaking, right? So I already have an idea of where to put it at where it doesn't peak, So I could have it like this, it doesn't peak. And this has to be right here too, and it doesn't peak. And then when I start seeing peaking, I back it up a little, turn it up or turn it down. So I have different options, right? But I should have got this one to peak first and then back it up a little. And then came in and adjust these other speakers. And then from there, I should have turned it down. And I should have had my mic up ready to go. So anytime I'm making announcements, everything sounds beautiful. This doesn't peak. This doesn't peak. And nothing peaks. It should have been fine. But since I wasn't out there looking at this speaker, I wasn't sure if it was peaking or not. Because I was inside the garage. I was like, dope, I'm by myself. I go out there and I can't turn it up and turn it down, But this also comes with the apps. And the apps, I wish I would have had a peak button too, so I could see when it's peaking. Let me show you the apps. So this comes with the naps, right? The thump. And right now it's looking for the signal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see if it comes on. So looking for, I'm gonna do the demo. So I wish I would have had like a where it shows that it peak, and it doesn't have that. You know, I should have had like a, or maybe it does. Maybe it is a little light right there. I should turn it on and see. No, I think when I turned this one on, it was green, but I don't know if it turns red when it peaks. I'm gonna demonstrate that. I should have done that last week when I was demonstrating everything. I was testing everything out, and I think I made a comment. I said, "Oh, I should do the peak test," and I never did. And I like to do the peak test so I could have an idea of where's peaks, you know. So like I said, I already have an idea when this one out here peaks. I have an idea where the sub peak. Look where I have the sub at. See, I have everything almost at 3 o'clock. You know, everything at 3 o'clock right here. But this one, I wanted to put it at, I had it at 3 o'clock too, but they were saying they couldn't hear. I had it right here. I had this at 3 o'clock, and I had this like at 2 o'clock. And they said they couldn't hear, so I was like, man. So that's a mistake I made. I should have got this one to peak first. I should have turned it up super loud. So this is what I don't want to turn on the speakers because they're kind of early. And I don't want to blast it right now. But this is what I should have done. Pretend this is on. This is on. I have my knobs where I want it. I should have done it like this. No, it's not peaking yet. No, it's not peaking yet. No, it's not peaking yet. Ooh, right there. Let's back it up a little. Right? I should have done it like that. It's okay, that's good. That's really loud. And then I should have done the speakers the same way. You know, turn it up, I should have turned it up, said, okay, right there. Here's where it's starting to peak at. Let's back it up a little. So then I should have backed it up a little. And then after that, let's say I have it all right here, right? A lot of DJs have it right here. I like to have mine like at 7 o'clock. So let's say now everything's all peaking at right here, right? Then I say, okay, cool. Or not peaking, but everything's all good like that. It's really loud. Everything loud, 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 but nothing is peaking. Then I should have backed it up for dinner. You know, and then when I make my announcement, speakers sound loud, this sound loud, everything sound loud with the mic. And then when we're ready to dance, boom. That's what I should have done. And I never done that. And that's where I messed up at. I should have done it like that. And people were saying they couldn't hear the announcements. People in the front could, but people way at the back, because there's people way at the back. Man, there was a lot of people. Where's my picture at? There was people way at the back. So how many tables they had? They had a lot of tables. So there was where the bride and groom was sitting at. Now that's where the speaker was at. They could hear everything. You know, people like in the front could hear. And if I would have had another GoPro, I would have put it right there so these people could hear. You know, but I only bought one. and that's another thing too. If I would have showed up with the right cable, the 50 footer, I would have put a speaker right there where they said they were gonna put the cake. They never put a cake there. You know, I should have put the speaker right there and let the speaker come out this way so these people could hear. And then my transmitter would have been right there by the garage, so I could put my the GoPro a little further so these people could hear. You know, but it never worked out like that. So, but you know, that's the only one that complained was the who was it? He was working for the wedding planner. He had his little earpiece. He was telling me, "Can you make the announcement louder? They can hear." He was always telling me that, right? And I was like, dude, the garage is really loud. I said, I could hear it like it's blasting up in here. Nobody was in the garage. It was just me and the bartenders. People would come in and get their drink and they go back outside. And I said, dude, it's really loud up in here. He goes, yeah, but they can't hear it out there. So I was like, man. So I was trying to adjust it, but it was a little too late. That's my plan. I should have done it first when I got there. So now the next time I do this again, make sure that this peaks or then back it up. Get everything to get out back, peak, and then back it up a little. And then from there, because, you know, then from there, back this up. So, you know. So then I have an idea. So when I see this one peaking, I know that one is peaking. I start backing everything up a little. So that's always a plan. Get it to peak, back it up a little, peak, back it up, peak, back it up. And then later on when I'm playing music and I look at my speakers and wait a minute, or I look at my sub and say, oh, the sub is peaking. I start backing up everything. Like turn it down just a little so it won't peak anymore, you know? So that's the way I do things, and I should have done it like that. And the other plan was, since I wasn't using my sub, I could have put it on here and turned it up. And then later on, when I connect my sub, I turn it back down, put my sub. Because usually the sub is super loud. I always have it like this. Like if I have this right here, I always put my sub right here, because right here start peaking. You know, as a matter of fact, that's the way it is right here. See, there's a little knob right there. But I always have my sub like about right there, and this one about right here. And then anything higher like that start peaking, you know. So that's how I've been doing it for a while. I've been noticing that when it peaks. So I already have an idea, but this one I didn't have an idea. So yeah, that's my mistake I made. Besides that, everything ran smooth. They loved it. There was a free gig. I'm doing all my gigs for free. Everything free. And that dude for the wedding, he was so generous. He said, "Yeah, I appreciate what you did." Because I never told him a price. I never gave them a price. I never gave them a quote. I just showed up and did it. And I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me for that. But he gave me an envelope and he put some money up in there. You know, he put some money up in there. He goes, "I really appreciate it. You know, thank you for all this." And I tell him, I said, no, dude, it's all good. Now he goes, no, take it. And so I said, So, you know, I was going to do it for free. I was just going to just play and leave. You know, that's why I do things. You know, I told him, I said, I appreciate, you know, I said, I've been doing this for a long time. And it's time for me to call it quits. It's time for me to just, you know, in the sunset. And I told him that. I said, you know, I appreciate it. I said, I did their party, their mom and his wife's birthday party. I did their party, and they loved the music I played. They loved it. And, you know, that was appreciative. So I told him, I said, just call me up. If you guys have another gig, you never know. I might change my mind and do another one. Because, you know, your boy get bored, and I want to get back in the mix, you know. So you never know. But I told him, I said, but for now, September, I'm really done. I'm going to disconnect my phone so people won't be able to contact me no more. So I still got a couple months. I still got a couple gigs. I think my next gig is going to be in June. I got 2 gigs in June. I don't know if I have anything in May. And I don't know if I have anything in July. But my really last gig is in August. And then that's it. And I ain't got nothing planned. But if people call me like I said, I'm doing whoever, repeating customers. Anybody who calls me and they're repeating, they have my number right. And they call me and say, "Yo, you did my party." That's how I got the lowrider gig. They called me up and said, "You did my mom's party." I said, "Oh, I did?" He goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Remind me." He goes, "You were playing a lot of oldies, like a lot of old school." I said, "Oh, yeah, I remember your mom." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, you did my mom's party." And I said, "All right, what is it?" She goes, "This is a lowrider show." And I said, "Okay." I said, "I'll do it." And I told her, I said, "I'm not going to charge you." And she goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I'm not going to charge you." I said, "I'm not charging people." So she got excited. She got happy. And they gave me a tip. They gave me a tip too. I was like, these people, man, they don't understand what I mean by free. They always give me tips or money or whatever. But anyways, I'm going to take this outside, do some yard work, and I'm going to blast it. But this time I'm going to peak it this time. And then I'm going to have an idea where to set things up, you know. So let's say I go outside right now, do some yard work, and I peak it, and I have them right here. I'm right here. I'm going to play the music right now, just only that speaker. And let's say this is all right there, and like this. Then I know that this sucker is like, man, that's the max. It's going to peak everything else. You know, there's nothing I could do. You know what I mean? So let's say I take that out, the speaker, and everything's all maxed out. And it's not even peaking. I have everything maxed out. I'm like, that sucker not peaking. I did it with my phone. That phone was peaking. As soon as I put out and plugged up my phone to it and I play music, I said, let me turn it up. I turned the volume up on my phone all the way up. And I turned this, I think I had this right here at 12 o'clock. This is the Bluetooth. I had this at 12 o'clock and I think right here started peaking. So on my phone, I got it to peak on my phone. And I said, okay, let me back it up. So I already have an idea on the phone. And that's what I might do too. I might have a phone, next time play it on my phone, get it to peak. And then I'll get this to match the volume, you know. Because I could do that. I could have my phone playing first, then I could start turning this up to match it up and say, okay, right there, good. There's a lot of things I could do. Just to, get an idea of how loud I could have this speaker. I know it goes pretty loud. This sucker is pretty loud. And at the party, at the wedding, they were telling me they couldn't hear it. Well, not everybody. It was only the guy with a little headpiece that was part of the wedding planner. They can't hear your announcement back there. And he said he had to go back there and tell the people on the tables, Like I was announcing the dinner, and he was saying he was running back in the tables, calling out tables because they couldn't hear me. And I said, dude, I'm talking loud. I said, then he tried it. He went out there with the mic and tried it, and he was yelling his brains out, So I said, you could yell your brains out. And I said, how you want. I said, but I think I know what the problem is. I didn't get that the volume set up right. But anyway, this is your boy DJ City Manos. I've got some yard work to do. I'm going to take my speakers out there and jam. I'm out. Jam on it. Peace.